Back here, Jastremski WFAN on the Fan. We're going to turn our attention now to the world of Major League Baseball, where with a little over 6 weeks to go here in the regular season, it's pretty much a formality that the New York Yankees are going to be back in the postseason here for the 16th time in 17 years. Now listen, the Yankees don't need to be concerned about CC Sabathia. They don't need to be concerned about if Mariano Rivera is done. But over the next 5 to 6 weeks, the Yankees need to figure out who is going to be getting the starts in games 2, 3, and 4 of the American League Division Series. And there are a lot of names out there. There are a lot of guys who have pitched better than anyone could have possibly hoped for. Ivan Nova, a Rookie of the Year candidate. Freddie Garcia has been brilliant. Bartolo Colon has been brilliant. But I'll tell you one name that I don't want to see this guy anywhere near the Yankees postseason rotation, and that is A.J. Burnett. A.J. Burnett has been an absolute train wreck the last 2 years as a member of the New York Yankees. Everyone loves to talk about his stuff and how talented the guy may be. But at the end of the day, the guy is a sub-500 pitcher on a 95-win team last year, on a 95-win team yet again this year, and he has always shown this knack and this propensity for blowing up in a big spot. And if you want an example, look no further than last year, American League Championship Series, season on the line, Yankees down 2-1. He's got a lead against the immortal Tommy Hunter, and he goes out and spits the bit and blows the game, pretty much ends the Yankee season and ends their hope in 2011. If the Yankees want to be anywhere come this postseason, they will stay far, far away from starting Burnett. Last year, they didn't have any other better options. I can understand why you got the start in game number 4. This year, the Yankees have better options in the postseason. You look at what Ivan Nova has been able to do, fantastic. Colon and Garcia, they find ways to get it done. They have that mental toughness. They can grind their way through a game. I don't feel that way about A.J. Burnett. Even though he's got that $1 million arm, he's got a 5-cent head. Back after this.
All right, John Jastremski. Good job, John.
Thank you, Mike.
Omar, start us off.
Whoa. I'll tell you what.
Let Omar critique.
Let me critique. Okay, let me critique.
Let Omar critique here.
Well, I'm going to critique a couple of things. First of all, I'm going to critique the baseball side. I think that when you were talking to Robinson, I thought it was great. I thought that you were asking questions and really what he being the bullpen, finding out about the bullpen. I thought the question as far as what you asked him about, what have you learned from Mariano Rivera? I thought that was great because here's you're talking about a guy who's going good right now, but it's going to be the future, and in the areas of that Robinson can really give you a feel for what goes on in that bullpen. I also feel that your questions to him as far as talking about the personal side, as far as his charity, what he's doing, and not only that, I thought you finished it off great by going back to say, hey, give information to the listener on how they can contribute. I thought that was great. I thought you reintroduced him a couple of times, so that was perfect. I thought you did a good job with that. On the baseball side now, where you finished, and that was a pretty strong finish, and I say this because you made your point, and you're passionate about how you feel about A.J. Burnett. And I understand that, but just make sure that if you are going to be doing that, are you going to go into that clubhouse sometimes? And that's part of being on radio.
Hey.
That being said, is your opinion. Now, your opinion was based on facts, based upon what had happened the past couple of years. And I think as a fan, you like to hear that. And one thing that I like, I think that you did good was you were pretty clear. I can see that you've done radio before, so I think you did a very good job. Your opinion, it's an opinion. As a general manager, I just don't like players being talked about like that, but that's just myself. And when that's what you get paid for, when you get in that mic, and that's what you do. So you did a good job.
Thank you.
Good job, Omar. Omar and I have had a few of those conversations through the years, I would say. About
I'm thinking about my man Cashman, too.
Hey.
So, I got to protect my man Cashman.
We've had a few thousand of those conversations. All right, Greg, go ahead.
I'm glad you go to sleep in the overnights listening to my show. I appreciate you falling asleep while listening, first of all. You were pumped, man. You came off pumped. You had a ton of energy, and I mean, they said it to me last year, and I'll say it to you. You brought it. You came out more than any of the other 4 contestants, in my opinion. You brought it. You brought everything you had. Your conversation with Robertson, it was great. You were passionate about what he was passionate about, and like Omar was saying, you came back to the charity because when it's all said and done, baseball is a game, and that's the most important thing. And going back to that, I thought was really great. I thought your rant was really right on the money. I thought I'm not in clubhouses every day like Omar is, so I would do basically what you did, and you don't like AJ Burnett, and you brought it, and you gave reasons why, and it made sense, and everything in and around your argument, you brought it around, and it made sense, and that's what I liked most about it. I loved your energy, I loved your passion, and I thought you did a really great job.
Kim?
I was getting worried about you today because you were in that cabana looking at your laptop for about 5 hours.
You know, Kim, I felt like the guy on draft day who everybody else got picked, and I was sitting in the corner. I felt like Brady Quinn a couple of years ago.
Well, I'll tell you what, you came out better than Brady Quinn. I thought you did a really nice job. You had a lot of energy, which I liked from the outset. The interview with David Robertson, someone I've interviewed a million times, you did a tremendous job. I really like that a lot. I agree with Omar a little bit on the rant, and I get it. I would love it if guys like you, though, would do a rant like that, then show up in the clubhouse.
I would.
And that would be a challenge to you as you start this profession. But I thought you did a really nice job, and I think you did such a nice job that I'm going to be nitpicky with one thing. A couple of things with Robertson, you said, talk about this, talk about that. You're better than that. So
okay.
And we all do it. I do it, too. But I always think afterwards, shouldn't have done it.
Gotcha.
So give them a question, or you know, if you use talk about once or twice, don't go back to that third or fourth time. But that's being really nitpicky because you did a really nice job.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys. We're going to bring the judges back in a little while. We're going to ask them to rank everybody at 6 o'clock. So give us what your thoughts were. Who was the best? Who was this? Who was that? When I come back, I'm going to bring up the 5 contestants, chat with them. Then I'm going to have a chat with Kim about the Yankees.